Hello everyone, it's Arnold here from Shanghai, and I can't believe the weather because it feels like it's May or June, but it's actually February. It's very sunny. I was just in a t-shirt, I put this on just now. Okay, so we got some questions from teachers going to China on our program August, September time. So I want to answer one first by David, who asked basically about payment systems and also mobile phones and how all that works. So I kind of want to touch on 4 key points about this. So the first is about SIM cards and what to expect. So basically I flew from Gatwick in the UK. I had my UK SIM with O2 in my phone. I left it in two to 3 days, perhaps a bit too long. But for the first few days, like to keep that on, it's fine. You do pay maybe £6 per day in terms of mobile data. But it works without any issues. And it's capped on £6 maximum for unlimited data. So you can start with that, but then as soon as possible get a Chinese SIM card. I think the biggest provider here is definitely China Mobile. So see if you can find a China Mobile shop. Certainly your local contact person, they're really willing to help with stuff like this because it's so important. So ask them for help, ask you to take them ideally sooner than I did, sort of within the first day basically. So once you have your Chinese SIM, your phone is unlocked, so you can change SIM cards in your phone, keep the same mobile phone as you have in the UK and keep using that, no issues with that at all. So you got to the SIM, and then it's all about kind of payment systems in China. And they're a bit different because basically, occasionally you can pay in cash, but it's kind of frowned upon. So pretty much everything is online. And there's 2 options, which is Alipay and WeChat. I'd say Alipay is considerably easier to get started with. So I'll put in the notes of this video, I'll put both Alipay and WeChat kind of core starting point information, so you can kind of get going on it. Alipay is easier. It's kind of a few minutes download, setup. You can easily link a foreign bank card or debit card, so definitely do that first. So you got Alipay set up. Almost all payments here in China, you can use either Alipay or WeChat. So if you have one or the other, you're fine. WeChat's a lot harder. It's harder to get onto, and it's also harder to link a foreign card. So if you're coming to work here, you'll have a Chinese bank account soon that you can link to WeChat without issues. But probably your first point of call would be Alipay. So once you've got that set up, you're basically good to go on sort of most payments. When it then comes to paying and also accessing the internet, obviously the VPN is very crucial. So VPN uses, I'd say, it's hard to know really which in China, but I'd say 99% of expats are on it, and harder to know number of Chinese nationals are on it. But I'd say I've used different ones over the years. For the last few trips, I've been using V+, and I'll put that in the notes as well. I found it brilliant, much better than other VPNs I've used in the past. I'd strongly recommend it, just based on my own personal experience with it. It costs something like $12.99 US to get set up with it. Strongly recommend doing it before you come to China, just because it's easier to do that, and it's kind of peace of mind, so you got it right from the get-go. But yeah, it's that kind of ballpark, $13 for the first 3 months, so you can kind of see how it goes. But yeah, in my experience, it's been really great. So then when it comes to the final step about how you pay for stuff and how it works, when you have Alipay and you have WeChat, there's 2 things that can happen. Basically, you enter a shop, you can either kind of scan it, take a QR code you see in the shop, scan it, and pay that way, or you take out your QR code with Alipay or WeChat and scan that. So it's one or the other, and sometimes both. But once you're here for a couple of days, you'll kind of really quickly get the hang of it. So yeah, basically all the payments you do, they're done sort of online. It's really quick. You order. Most menus for restaurants are online as well, so you use Alipay or WeChat. The most key tip I would give you in terms of payments and how it works and things that basically can go wrong is that as much as VPNs are really widely used, and it's not a problem to use one, it is a problem when it comes to paying. Because if you have your VPN on and you do a payment, it's not gonna work. There's gonna be some sort of error message, and I find it very stressful because my Mandarin is not good, to put it mildly. So this is the thing you have to really get used to. Whenever you make a payment, whenever you go to the metro or the underground, whenever you're gonna have to scan something, just make sure, get into the habit to switch off your VPN. Once you do that, then it's very smooth and everything will run smoothly. And I've also found, in terms of the point about language, that the fact that all these payments are done online, in restaurants, in underground, in all kind of transport or any kind of payment situation, it actually makes it kind of easier once you're used to using them, and it's second nature to you. You don't really need to talk to anyone. You can just do that, and you'll be on your way, and it's fine. So yeah, David, hope that helps. Please, if anyone has any questions, please put them in the link in the description, and I'll be happy to answer them. See you soon.